Welcome to Mars Saga, your gateway to the Red Planet. Subscribe now and join the journey.
This is Red Legacy, the story of a world that once burned with power, a planet that breathed fire through mountains taller than any on Earth. Today, we descend into the ancient lungs of Mars, its volcanoes. When we look at Mars from orbit, it seems frozen, still, lifeless. But beneath that quiet face lies a record of unimaginable violence, a world once sculpted by molten rivers, eruptions that painted the sky red, and lava that stretched beyond the horizon. The largest volcano in the solar system stands here, Olympus Mons, a giant so massive it rises 13.6 miles above the Martian plains, 3 times taller than Mount Everest, and as wide as the entire state of Arizona. From base to summit, it tells a story older than any civilization on Earth. Olympus Mons isn't just a mountain, it's a monument to a time when Mars was alive with motion, energy, and pressure boiling beneath the crust. Scientists believe these colossal volcanoes formed because Mars lacks the moving tectonic plates Earth has. On Earth, plates shift, spreading the lava's heat across continents. But on Mars, the crust stood still. The same hotspot kept pouring lava from one place for millions of years, layer upon layer, until Olympus Mons towered over the planet like a scar of creation. Its gentle slopes stretch across 370 miles. If you were standing on its edge, the curve of the planet itself would hide the summit from view. You'd need to travel for days just to climb a single side. But Olympus Mons isn't alone. To its east lies the Tharsis region, home to other titans, Ascraeus Mons, Pavonis Mons, and Arzia Mons. Together, they form a volcanic plateau large enough to reshape the Martian atmosphere. The Tharsis Rise, a continent of fire. Billions of years ago, this region erupted continuously, releasing gases that thickened the air and warmed the planet. Volcanoes may have been the breath that gave early Mars its climate. Imagine standing there during those ancient days, the air trembling with heat, rivers of lava glowing like molten suns, ash clouds rising miles into the sky, lightning flashing through volcanic storms, the planet pulsing, alive. And then, silence. At some point, the fire faded. The core of Mars cooled, its magnetic field vanished, and the planet's inner engine began to die. Without the shield of magnetism, solar winds stripped away the atmosphere. The pressure dropped, temperatures fell, and the lava that once flowed freely turned to solid stone. Olympus Mons became a tomb. Its chambers, now cold and empty, once roared with molten life. Still, Mars keeps secrets in those silent caverns. Beneath the volcanoes, there may be vast lava tubes, tunnels carved by ancient flows, stretching for miles beneath the surface. Some could be large enough to fit entire cities, and they might one day protect future explorers from radiation and dust storms. NASA and ESA have mapped possible entrances to these tubes using orbital radar. Some even show collapsed roofs, skylights that reveal hidden worlds below. Worlds that may still contain warmth. Worlds that may shelter frozen water, or something else. Because here's the mystery. There's no clear sign that Mars's volcanoes are truly dead. Evidence suggests the last eruptions may have occurred not billions, but millions of years ago, geologically recent. Lava flows in the Cerberus Fossa region are so young that, in cosmic terms, they happened yesterday. If Mars still has a flicker of heat deep inside, then its story isn't over. The planet may still breathe, faintly, slowly, through vents buried in shadow. It's even possible that deep underground, near ancient magma chambers, heat could keep water in liquid form. And where there is water and energy, there's potential for life.
Microbes that once thrived in volcanic vents may have retreated into the warmth of the subsurface, surviving in isolation. That's why the search for life on Mars often leads back to its volcanoes, because fire may have been the first spark of life and the last to fade. Olympus Mons itself could hold clues to the planet's heart. Its caldera, the collapsed top of the volcano, contains multiple craters, evidence of repeated eruptions. Some scientists believe magma still lurks beneath those layers, dormant but not extinct. Future missions might send landers or drones to study its slopes, measure heat signatures, and search for seismic activity. A single tremor could rewrite what we know about Mars's past and future. But even in death, these volcanoes shaped everything. They built continents, forged valleys, and carved the landscape into something timeless. The canyons, the ridges, even the planet's tilt, all trace back to the pressure and power of that ancient fire. Look closely, and you'll see rivers of frozen lava that still wind across the plains, as if time itself paused mid-flow. In some regions, dust storms uncover new patches of volcanic glass, shards of Mars's fiery youth, glinting under the pale sun. Volcanoes gave Mars its face, and perhaps its soul. And when we explore them, we're not just studying geology, we're reading the heartbeat of a world that once breathed through flame. As our rovers crawl across the dusty plains, scanning rocks and craters, they trace the footprints of those long-dead eruptions. Each image, each sample adds to the growing realization Mars wasn't just once alive with water, it was alive with fire. And maybe, beneath the quiet surface, that fire still flickers. Because planets, like stories, rarely end. They only wait to be continued. This is Red Legacy, where every crater hides a memory and every mountain holds the echo of creation. Mars may be cold now, but in its heart, the embers of a once living world still glow. Thanks for watching. You were watching Red Legacy.